Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Blord and Bales on New Gettysburg, the latter edition. In the bottom left side of the map, we have the blue Zerg player. It is Blord. I'm assuming that stands for Broodlord. And in the bottom right side of the map, we have the red Protoss player. It is Bales from Team Elevate. Alright, so a Masters versus GM game sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com. It is a good one, I've been told. It is a great one, has been recommended to me by numerous people. So it should be excellent. Buckle in, strap in, whatever you have to do to be ready for some amazing StarCraft 2 coming right at you. And let's get right on into it. How weird would it be to have your name be like a particular unit in StarCraft 2? Like if you were a Protoss player to be named Tempest, or if you're a Terran player to be named like Marauder, like you'd have to make those units, right? I just feel like if you're a Zerg player named Blord, you have to make Broodlords. It's just how things work. What on earth is... Oh, okay, did get the hatch down. How... Did he hide that drone? Yeah, oh, he hid the drone. Oh, Blord, you're so smart. Waits until the probe leaves. Says, is there an early pool? What is going on here? And then throws the hatch down. And then Bales comes back and says, wait a second. Was I snicked? Was I tricked? Was I bamboozled? I think snicked is a fair word. I think it means sneak and trick together. Like it was a sneaky trick from Blord. It was a snick. That's my word. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it. I have a degree in communications. I can make new words. That's how this works. Anyway, Blord does get the hatch down first. Goes for the extractor. Boop. There it is. Goes for the spawning pool. And Bales... One gate expanding. Bam, there's the expansion for Bales. One assimilator. We'll see a second assimilator very shortly. Based on the fact that I know this build, I've seen Protoss players doing it for many, many times. There's the Cyber Core and then the assimilator. Come on, Bales. Don't make me look dumb. Don't make me look dumb. Get that second. Are you really just one? There it is. Okay, good. Whew, a little bit later. A little bit later than I expected it to be, but still ended up showing up on time. And I am pleased by that turn of events. Alright, so Zerg versus Protoss. Again, my favorite matchup in all of StarCraft 2. It's been my favorite since, I mean, back in the days of, like, Damaga. Back in the days, I guess Showtime is still around, but... Yeah, just fantastic. Wings of Liberty stuff, ZVP on Shakuras Plateau. I mean, I know people got really sick of the dance between Motherships and Broodlord and Fester, but man, I had a good time with it. I always thought it was very fun to watch indeed. And just something about Shakuras Plateau brings back nostalgia. Nostalgia. 4 links coming out for Blord, chasing that probe all the way home. Bale still has a probe here. I'm surprised by this. Can the probe make it home, is the question. Will this narrow path that it's retreating on help it or hinder it? Might actually help, because one of the Zerglings gets a shot off and then knocks everybody else back there. I think the probe might be able to make it, especially with this Adept coming in to chase these Lings away. Get away! Get away from my probe, says the Adept. Roar, and they run as fast as their little Zergling legs can take them. Stargate opening for the Bales on the very, very bottom right side map. This is a hard place for Zerg to scout. Might as well throw it down there. I mean, heck, you're Protoss. You don't have to worry about it. Queen trying to stab down this Adept who's still chasing those Zerglings here at the natural base. She retreats. Psionic transfer shades her way into the main base and cancels out to the last second, allowing her to escape. Overlords scouting things out, trying to see what is coming through this narrow path. Nothing yet. It's the Adept retreating home. Nothing to worry about. And the Overlord is going to scout this Stargate, making a beeline for it. How did... Oh, the Overlord came from the north and then came through the natural and then down to that corner. Has he played Bales before? How did you know this? Anyway, scouts the Stargate. Nicely done. First Phoenix comes out, makes its presence known. Real Phoenix. Real Phoenix. And honestly, if you're the Zerg player, just toss down a Spore Crawler. Stargate opening means you're going to need it. You're going to need Spore Crawlers. If you don't have Spore Crawlers when 5 Phoenix show up and murder your drone line, I'm going to be very mad at you, Blord. Very mad. Speedlink's trying to get through this front door, but that is a nice wall with an Adept holding it. Also, Photon Overcharge available and a Sentry. There's no way Lings are breaking into this natural. No way, Jose. No way. Third base just about to complete here for Blord up along that top left side. Extractors coming on in, and a Roach Warren, the tech of choice for Blord. Haha. It's like Malord, but Blord. I am absolutely entertaining myself a lot in this cast, aren't I? Queens take out an Overlord. Again, just minding its own business. Minding its own business here. The other one fleeing for its life. Help me, says the Sloverlord. Help me. The Phoenix are... Oh, too slow. Too slow. Nobody even comes to try and save him. No Queens. No Spore Crawlers uprooting themselves. 3 Spores on the way, though. Well, you will be avenged, Silver Lord. You will be avenged. Ling's trying to shut down this third base construction by Bales at the top right side, but no. Nope, can't do it. Not enough. And here we go, picking off the drones here on the extractor, slowing that gas income, getting immediately replaced by Blord, though. Nicely done. Phoenix going after this. Is the queen in a position where she is protected by the spore crawler or not? Who knows? Another queen comes up to defend. I mean, that's a good way to do this thing. It's just make additional queens. Going for a Hydra Den immediately. I don't know you need to go for the Hydra Den. You've only seen 4 Phoenix. I guess Bales is still making them, but I'd almost wait till I saw 6 or 7 before I really went that I felt like I had to go for Hydra Den. But again, that's just me. Queen here trying to stab down as many Phoenix as possible. Spore Crawler getting shots off. Phoenix survives with 1 hit point. Gets out of there after killing more drones, replacing them. Yep, replacing them immediately is Blord, almost extra replacing 4 out of 3 on this extractor now. Ling's getting a full surround on this third Nexus, though. Mothership Core is here, cannot save it. Cannot save the Nexus. Cancel the Nexus, and doesn't get the cancel. Distracted perhaps by this micro here. Yes, the Phoenix are doing a lot of work. They are killing queens, they are killing overlords. Both players are supply block, but the Lings took down the third base. Bales decided to head home after losing 1 Phoenix, 2 Phoenix. Decides to head on home. Ling's feeling a little frisky, trying to break down this front door, but force fields and photon overcharge and adepts are a bad combination for Lings, and they can't even make any headway there. But third base is gone. Third base is gone. It's 49 to 41 harvesters, though. Hydras are out now for Blord, and I think there are enough of them possibly to shoo away these Phoenix. Well, 3 of them. Maybe not. Maybe not. But 5 drones to 1 probe have been lost in this game. Third base being replanted now by Bales. And getting a pylon down first. I think there might have been a pylon, but the Lings killed it. I don't know. Either way, you want a pylon for that photon overcharge in case, again, Lings show up and try to wreck your day. Muscular augments on the way for Blord. Got that third Nexus. Got immortal production. Again, I mean, yes, immortal production in the situation where you saw roaches is good, but Hydra Ravager, not as good are immortals in that situation. Phoenix flying in again, murdering every single drone, taking the gas. Okay, 2 of the drones. Oh, there's the third one. All of the drones on the gas here in the main base. Hydras show up. Only 3 of them, though. I'm not sure that's enough to deal with a good 5 Phoenix, although a bunch of them are very low on HP. 2 of them, anyway, are super low on HP. Robotics Bay, immediate choice by Bales. Perhaps Disruptor against Roach, Ravager, Hydra, really good. If you can get hits, it's harder for Zerg to split than Terran. If you can get some good hits, you can really swing battles in your favor with a couple good Disruptor-aimed shots. Phoenix hanging out, not quite moving back in, perhaps waiting for their shields to regenerate, but you know what? All their shields are back, so you guys have no excuse. Get back in there. Cause problems. Spire on the way for Blord, perhaps tired of these Phoenix, want some Corruptors to deal with them. Small push of Roach Ravager coming up at this third. There are 2 Immortals, 5 Sentries, handful of Stalkers, 3 of them, 3 Stalkers, more Sentries. Good golly, 7 Sentries, and a couple of Depths. I don't know if, I mean, some Corrosive Biles would be really good here if you can do it. Phoenix picking up the Queen at the main, bam, killing her, killing drones again, and pushing in. Corrosive Bile being thrown down, whiffing on everything, though. Kablooey, kablooey. Phoenix flying back, perhaps to defend against this onslaught, but Blord has seen enough. He's going to retreat. Perhaps just putting some Fear of the Swarm into Bales is enough for him. Perhaps it is. Extractor coming up at this third base, so it's 3 base to 3 base. Blord really should be thinking about expanding. At 63 to 62 harvesters, you're on equal footing with the Protoss, which is not a good place to be if you're a Zerg player named Blord. And really, even if you're not named Blord, it's just not a good place to be as a Zerg. Continuing Ling production, Spire just about to finish. Speed for the Overlords, Pneumatized Carapace on the way, turning them away from Sloverlord to be picked off at will by those Phoenix, and instead helping them to become Fast Lords, which still can be picked off by Phoenix at will, but just not as easily. 8 Mutas on the way. Why would you get Mutas against Phoenix? Blord, what are you doing? Again, coming up to kill the drones at this gas. So many drones have died. 11 drones have died. It feels like it's more, and Blord is not replacing them. This is why you keep doing this. This is why you do this, guys. Kill the workers on the gas. One of these times, your opponent is not going to remember to replace them, and their gas income will be stunted. Absolutely stunted here. Army, Roach, Ravager, Hydra, checking for a 4th base. They do not see one, much to their chagrin. Purification Nova does get in there, kill like a unit, but not a big freaking deal. So Mutas are out. The Phoenix, if they're paying attention, or if they're not paying attention, the Mutas could kill all of them immediately. Hey, look at that. Bales. I love you, but Bales, that hurt. I mean, even as a Zerg player, that hurt to see. Fourth base here for Blord. A little bit sneaky up in the top to the left of that gold expansion. Not really the natural progression. I'm not sure Bales will check that. So if that works out, great. If not, it's kind of far away from help. That's the risk here. Mutas flying on into the main base. Is there anything to stop this massacre? No. Holy probe death. All the probes retreating for their lives. Run, you know there are mutas out there. What are you doing? Going, oh, this pylon is powering like everything. That is an Artosis pylon to be sure. Bam, depowers 3 gateways. Robotics, Bay, Forge, Stargate. Army coming in here at the third base. Bales, does he want it? Nope, he decides to head on out. Go somewhere else. Are we base racing this thing? I think we're base racing this thing. Oh, good hits. Disruptor gets 9 kills, but chased down by roaches and lings, and eventually does get murdered. Muta's killing all the production facilities here. The Protoss army going to town on the natural base. There are a lot of overlords here going to die. The disruptors are not necessarily needed. And yeah, old-fashioned 10-minute base race right now here in Legacy of the Void. The Muta's taking down the Nexus here in the main. Oh, that depower. That one pylon in the bottom right corner. That hurts too. Hydras using their DPS to quickly mow down these buildings. Ravagers pretty good at that as well. Lings exceptional with their damage per second. If nobody's killing them, they hit really super hard. Going to try to take out this third base. Bales is taking a secret extra nexus at the gold to the north. Adepts trying to lock down this third base, and they do manage to do so despite the presence of 2 Hydras. And recalling home is Bales, trying to do what he can, but Force Field's fantastic. Blink Stalkers trying to get rid of as many mutas as they can. Much of mutas do manage to escape. Some roaches and Hydras sneaking along down this bottom lane. Stalkers blocking their way a little bit, allowing something to catch up, allowing some of these stalkers to catch up and chase them away. So both players taking huge shots there, and both retreating to their respective homes. Adepts, Sonic transferring up somewhere up to the left here, where they're expecting to find a base, but there's not one because that fourth is actually somewhere that has not been discovered by the Protoss player yet. Zerg Hatch, very sneaky, bringing some drones home to saturate somewhere. I don't know. Roach Hydra Muta against Stalker, Blink Stalker no less. Guardian Shield Sentries, I don't know. Yeah, neither does Blord about this. +1 attack on those Stalkers. No upgrades for Blord at all. Does he even have Evolution Chambers? He might have. They might be dead. But he doesn't anymore. Not that I can see. Blord taking both of the expansions on the islands at the bottom of the map. Does Bales know about this? Bale does not know about this. What a choice. What a choice by Blord. Sneaking on in third base under heavy assault by Stalkers, by Immortals. And everything is gone. Coming back in, Blord to this third base. He really wants to kill this thing. Are we going to see another recall? Mothership core targeted down by the Mutalisks. 1 photon overcharge does get down. 2, actually. Very useful indeed here. And not recalling home, actually, because the Mothership core is dead. Could have, chose not to. All these probes are going to die here in the third base. Does find secret fourth base to the Stalkers. It's going down. And Bales has got to be feeling pretty good about this. He has sneaky north base at the goal. Just ravaged. Absolutely ravaged the main base for Blord. Hive is gone. Hydralisk Den gone. Spawning pool gone. 2 drones remaining here. Is 20 to 14 harvesters. Is he going to pick off these drones on the right side of the main? I don't know. I don't know if they... Oh, he didn't see those. He didn't see those. Third base being destroyed as well and heading on out. Did he scout the... He sees it. A lot of cannons up for Bales. Zerg player making a beeline for the sneaky base to the north here at the gold. Broodlings tried to pin a Stalker there, but got murdered by the rest of the Stalkers. Muta's flying on in. Nope. No way, says the army. I think, did he recall there? Did Bales? No, he didn't. He just ran there with the Stalkers that were killing the fourth base. So, as far as Bales knows, he's killed everything that is Zerg. Okay. I know, both players are freaking out right now. Both players are supply blocked. Bales a little bit more severely than his opponent. 64 out of 60 for Blord, 107 out of 79 for the Bales. Roaches and Hydras taking down the remaining production facilities for Bales. Gateways are falling. Simulators dying as well. Hallucinated Phoenix does scout out. Sneaky island base. Only one on the bottom left, not the other one yet. Did he? Bales repowered these warp gates in the bottom right. Oh, good choice. Blord never actually took them down. He is killing pylons, though. Bales is getting more and more supply blocked by the second. Stalker is going to come in and deal with this. They have +2 attack. They are super angry. I'm not sure these Mutas and Hydras can deal with this many. Again, Guardian Shield coming on up, trying to retreat, but there's nowhere to go. Good blink forward. All the Hydras getting it murdered. Roaches with them. Muta's coming in. Pick off that probe. You saw the pylon. Take the pylon down. Can't do it. Army defending. Can't do it. Bales know about this yet? No, Bales does not know about the 2 bases that Blord has. Thinks he only has the 1. Thinks he only has the 1 in the bottom left here. Whew. Intense. Stargate by Bales again. Has robotics facility replaced. Cybernetics core. A couple of warp gates here. And again, these warp gates in the bottom right can be used for production. Warping him anywhere there is a pylon. Muta's trying to fly in. It's just, I don't think it's going to work by Blord here. He can't handle it. Army supply is about 2,600 for the Zerg and around 7,000 for the Protoss. So, yeah, the only saving grace for Blord is that he does have air control. He's got Mutalisks. There's nothing that Bales has that can handle them out in the open, out in the air. Right? That's why he's making Stargate. Double Stargate, actually. So Bale's sitting on 1 base, trying to make this thing work versus 2 base. 30 to 13 harvesters, though. Where are those 30 harvesters for Blord? Did he lose the drones? He might have lost the drones here in his main base. I'm not sure what happened to those guys. Immortal hanging out in the middle of Nowheresville at the 3rd base of where Blord's base used to be. Again, Blinkstalkers picking off Mutas. Do that, man. If you can do that all day. I highly recommend it. More and more Mutas in production for Blord. He's got 5 in production, bringing his count to around 20, I would say. +1 air weapons on the way for Bales. If I'm the Mutas... Oh, army over here, though. I was going to say, where's the rest of the army? Army is really defending these production facilities in Bale's main base. He isn't trying to replant his Nexus or anything, but he's definitely hanging on as best as he can. The Mutas really can't break that unless... They have +1/+1... Stalker count over here is pretty scary. Sentry count as well. And just all the Guardian shields going to cause them problems. So both players just taking a bit of a break. Taking a bit of a breather. Aspire is here, obviously, as there are Mutas being made. But at the bottom left island here. Mutas flying in, trying to see what they can see. Guardian shield popped. Stalkers, why are you attacking? Blorp, losing a couple Mutas for no stinking reason. Trying to pick off Stalkers, but... it's just not worth it. You lose Mutas when you do that, man. Blord, be a little bit more conservative, dude. Fly around, kill other stuff. Don't try to head-on attack Bale's army right now. It's not going to work out for you. Bales has sneaky pylons in the bottom left of Blord's main base. That's a really weird place for him, but I don't think Blord's going to check for them anytime soon. So Blord's answer to this is just going mass Muta. And considering we're double pumping Phoenix for Bales, normally I would say Bales has a pretty huge advantage, but considering what happened to his other Phoenix that died instantly as soon as the Mutas came upon them, I don't know how they're going to fare. Just being honest. 24 Mutas, 5 more in production. I mean, Blord's just going mass Muta. Just mass Muta. No more upgrades incoming here. He could afford maybe to get +2, 175, 175. He could. He could, but he's just making Mutas with his money as fast as he can get it. Not really producing any more workers either. It is 30 to 15 harvesters. Bales has this 1 base. He's not really making probes either. And the other player feels like they can regenerate their economy to any level. I don't know if that's the right choice or not, though. I feel like it's been long enough without hostilities. You could make a couple probes or a couple drones, get up to above, 30. Good place to be. Muta's flying right on in, being really harassy, trying to pick up as many stalkers as they can. Blinkstalker's doing fairly well. Phoenix now in the air. And the Mutas might try to bait the Phoenix out. It's just control by Bales needs to be really good here. Nope, not really good. 2 Phoenix die immediately. Muta's trying to deal with all of these Stalkers. Upgrades again, great. However, +2 on the Stalkers. Pretty scary stuff indeed. Stalker count whittling down. Muta count whittling down as well. I'm not sure anybody has the upper hand right now. 25 Mutas have died. 18 Stalkers have been killed. But that leaves us with 29 Mutas and 18 Stalkers. So, not quite a 2-to-1 advantage on that Muta count, but pretty big. Pretty big. The Blinkstalker is picking off a wounded Muta at the back there. Excellent work here by Bales thus far. But grouping in, just continued Muta production. Fleet Beacon in the bottom left for Bales. Why Fleet Beacon? Carriers are bad against Mutas. Tempest are bad against Mutas. An Ion Pulse Crystal. An Ion Pulse Crystal. That's what you're doing. Right? He needs the gas to do it, though. 151. There it is. An Ion Pulse Crystal. Oh, I'm so smart. Oh, the Mutas find the bottom right. Unguarded. Take out the pylon, powering everything. Going after this robotics bay. Bam. And then killing whatever else is left here. The Stalkers. And the Phoenix hoofing it over here as fast as they can go. The Forge dies. The robotics bay dies. I don't know. The Phoenix are trying to get in there, but yeah. Pretty good control here by Bales, but they can't stop all this stuff from dying. Both the gateways are gone. Everything is out of Bales' main base. There's nothing to defend anymore. The Mutas are trying to make this thing work. Both players doing the Muta Phoenix dance, which is a fun one. It is traditional in home country of Romania. Generally in the hands of a really good, like GM pro level Protoss player, these Phoenix could murder these Mutas all day. Bales doesn't quite feel comfortable doing that. As we can see, he has lost some Phoenix already, and most of those have been to Mutas. 9 total have fallen, and just every vestige of red that's here is getting blown apart. Phoenix using that Anion upgrade here. Range of 7. Mutas have a range of 3. And extra damage versus light. Phoenix are the perfect answer to these Mutas, slowly picking down the flock. Mutas forced to retreat. Some Spore Crawlers coming in as well. And this might be Bale's first glance at the bottom right base. Dude, there is no defense here whatsoever. It's just now throwing down some Spore Crawlers, but I guess they can't really stop and pick up drones because the Mutas would cause them severe problems if they tried. But still, they're doing a good job staying alive. Bales has proven me wrong, man. He's just absolutely working this Muta flock right now. Spore Crawlers finally popping up, forcing the Phoenix to fly away, giving the Mutas a bit of a reprieve. 35 Mutas have died, 33 still in the air, still continuing to make Mutas. Blord feels like that is going to be the answer. And I don't know. I don't know if that's the truth or not. Phoenix continuing to fly around. They do catch a drop lord, a drop speed lord, Blorp, exploding, falling down into the distance. And Phoenix continuing to be active here, killing yet another drop lord. I guess this is how Blord has been ferrying units between the bases, but they're dead now. Those drop lords are dead now, and actually supply blocking the Zerg player a little bit too. Spore Crawlers getting some shots off, and the Phoenix pulling back just a minute. So whew. Still continue to be active though. Bales not holding still for any length of time, keeping these Phoenix alive, chasing, getting hit by Spore Crawlers. I mean, maybe being active isn't the biggest thing in the world. Killing a Corruptor that's out in the middle of nowhere. Blord, why is there a Corruptor in the middle of nowhere? And an expansion on the way from Bale. So we're going to take a quick break for a commercial, but we will be right back. All right, welcome back to Bales versus Blord here on New Gettysburg, the Ladder Edition. We are a bit of a stalemate right now, where the Phoenix do have air control. The Mutas can't do much about it, but this Muta flock is getting real big. 34 of them and a Corruptor in the sky. Another Corruptor on the way. And Bales has taken a natural base. I mean, a second base, which is probably more like a 6th base at this point, but we kind of reset a while ago. The standard numbering just really doesn't come into play here. Phoenix just bouncing around. Evolution Chamber on the way for Blord. I don't know why he's got one of those. Spore Crawlers getting shots off. Again, if you haven't noticed, the Phoenix cannot fly through these high red walls. Neither can Mutas. Can't fly through them. You really only have to defend these 2 openings against flying units into these bases, which is kind of what Blord is doing. It's a great choice. Phoenix count is continuing to increase here for Bales. He's got 9 of them with another one on the way. And it's using the Phoenix to, again, keep that map control. He's starting to mine out his gold base, unfortunately, but that's why it's nice. He has a second Nexus here that he can mine from as well. It's 31 to 17 harvesters. Still hasn't really saturated this bottom right island base, has Blord, unfortunately for him. Hallucinated Phoenix can't even cross those barriers. That's fun. Scouting on in, see what is up. Mutas, I mean, this is enough Phoenix that they're taking down Corruptors. They have +1 attack, 11 damage versus light, 6 damage normal, weapon speed 0.79, hit hard, hit fast. That is what Phoenix are all about, and fire while moving. That is another thing they're all about. What was that sound? Are we loading and unloading an Overlord? I think unloading an Overlord. Transferring some workers from the bottom left to the bottom right base is my guess. This is enough Corruptors. You might want to stand in there and fight. At least if the Phoenix stand in and fight, then the Mutas can come upon them and do some damage. But I don't know. I'm not going to second guess here. Bales is playing this pretty darn well. I'd like to see more probes. He is making a probe there. Up to 24 harvesters compared to 31 to his opponent. What do we got? What do we got? Someone needs to make a move. What are you doing, Blord? What is your APM right now? Like 350. So hang on, I'm going to change to the Blord cam real quick. And he's selecting things and checking his hotkeys and flying his Mutas around. And Phoenix are here. Phoenix are here. Corruptors trying to take them out. More and more Corruptors are hatching. I think that's the sound that we are hearing there, the belching sound. Bales is dealing with the Corruptors just with mass Phoenix. That's his plan. That is his plan. He's not going to deviate from it here. Muta's trying to fly around. and do something. Yep, taking out this assimilator. Good job for them. Phoenix trying to kill the Corruptors. They don't want to fly into the Spore Crawlers, though. That's a bad place to be. Corruptor and Spore Crawler +1 on these guys as well. 15 damage on the Corruptors. Weapon speed pretty fantastic. Spore Crawlers, again, doing work, taking out one of the Phoenix. But maybe not enough. Perhaps not enough. My phone is buzzing a lot about Twitter. Are people talking to me? Holy smokes. Yes, lots. Lots going on. All right, Phoenix flying around. Blord might be going for it here. Again, the Corruptors do not outrange them. They're just harder for the Phoenix to kill. Stalkers coming in as well, and here we go. Muta's on top of Stalkers. Phoenix flying around everything. Guardian Shield assisting as well. Blord does not like the terms of engagement. He is retreating as quickly as he can go. This might be the end of it for the Zerg player. He's getting surrounded. Phoenix doing a great job. Stalkers on the ground might be falling a little bit too quickly. Oh, some Phoenix flying right through. Corruptors clearing them out as well. The Zerg player doing a lot better than I expected him to do. Guardian Shield notwithstanding. He has taken out sentries. He has taken out stalkers. What's left on the ground here? A sentry, a stalker, 2 disruptors, an adept, and an immortal. But that's a lot of dead mutas, you guys. There are only 11 remaining. 59 have died so far. Ground army wasted by the Zerg armada, though. And final immortal. Oh, immortal lives with 6 hit points. Where are you going, mutas? Oh, could have killed that immortal. I'm not sure that it matters. Blord is not really making anything that can be killed by immortals. So continue making those if you would like, Bales. I'm not sure how much use they will actually be. Still trying to fly in with these Corruptors, with these mutas, trying to pick off that immortal that he left before, going right for this mineral line at the new base for Bales. And then retreating just a little bit. Might as well kill stuff on the ground. And yep, Corruptors. Corruptors providing cover while the mutas go after these probes. And doing a pretty good job. Pretty good job of it. There are 62 probes have been killed, 55 drones thus far. It's 31-220. The mutas going after the second Nexus. I don't know. Bales can really afford to finish this thing. Good angles, though, by Blord. Getting shots off on the Phoenix when he can. Bales doing his best. Caustic Spray possibly being used. Corruptors, I don't know if they want to get out of that anti-air mode. Because if they do, the Phoenix will show up and cause problems. And yep, the Phoenix able to take down the Nexus on their own. Exploding in blue smoke and electricity, which I've always found highly interesting. Assimilator explodes. And yeah, Bales is down to effectively 1 mining base that is getting tapped out. It is getting tapped out, you guys. I don't know what to tell you. Probe trying to long distance mine from that assimilator gets murdered. Another probe left out in the open. Does live. The mutas decide not to kill that one for some reason. This probe is the luckiest probe on planet Earth. These mutas really want to focus down this Stargate if they can. If they can, and looks like they can't. That's not something they can pull off right now. They hurt it quite a bit. They did harm it quite a bit here. What was that? What did the Corruptors just kill in there? Did one Phoenix just kind of peel off and fly into the middle? One... No? Yeah, one Phoenix just missed the memo and flew right into the Corruptors and died. That was interesting. And kind of sad, actually, but... Alright, so Blord figures he's done enough damage for today. He's going to fly back on home with his giant Corruptor ball. The thing about Corruptors is they used to not be able to attack ground. So we didn't have to really worry about if all your opponent had was Corruptors at the end of the game, they couldn't win. But now they have Caustic Spray. If you haven't seen it, Stream of Acid that deals 7 damage per second for 4.3 seconds, then increases to 35 damage per second. How did Blizzard reach that 4.3 seconds number? That's what I want to know. Either way, you can kill these buildings with Corruptors if that's all that he has left. Muta's trying to kill cannons in here. Really want to kill that Stargate with their +1 attack, and they are going to get it. Bam! Stargate down. Bales down to 1 Stargate. This is looking really, really bad for the Protoss player. Can he survive? Phoenix are the only hope. Help me, Obi-Wan Phoenix C. You're my only hope. That was a stretch. That was a stretch. Corruptors, again, trying to kill the Phoenix and getting some shots off here and there, but if the... What is their range again? 6. Phoenix with a range of 7 with an Ion Pulse Crystal upgrade. An Ion Pulse or just an Ion... I don't remember what it was. An Ion Pulse Crystal, I'm going to say it is. So, Corruptors do have equal range with Phoenix without that upgrade, or maybe outrange them just a little bit. So, again, if Bales is careful... he should be able to clear these Corruptors out with, I mean, just amazing, godlike GM level micro here, which he's trying to do. He is absolutely trying to do it. It's just Bales is out. He's out of cash. He's out of mineral patches. He has nothing left here. Blord still has income which is to his credit. I mean, it's a tiny bit in this bottom left one, but the bottom right one has several mineral fields that are available here for him to mine from. And he's actually having a hard time spending his money. I think he's microing a lot is the problem here. Corruptors just slowly getting whittled down. Bales is doing what he can. Another Corruptor falls. Muta's trying to get in here, but again, great micro. Bales is getting his Phoenix workout for today, you guys. He's chasing these Mutas on home. And once again, Spore Crawlers are going to shoo him away, but keeping the Mutas inside is where you want to be. Sneaky expansions by Blord. Sneaky expansions. Left side at the 3rd base location. Left side at the 4th base location. And oh, sneaking it out is Bales. Immortal Adept here. Immortal with +2 attack, mind you, doing 60 damage versus armored, forcing a cancel on that base. Drone dies. I think he might have an inkling. There's a base up there as well at that 4th, and that's where some drones are too. Run, drones, run! The police are coming. Oh, all right. Forcing a cancel there as well. The drone's hiding in a corner. Will Protoss continue to push up into that darkness? No. No, he lets the drones live. He doesn't know he's letting the drones live, but he is long distance mining here for Bales. A desperation ploy from the Protoss player. Can he do this thing? Drop Lord morphing in for Blord. Air weapons level 3 on the way for Bales. So now 12 damage versus light and 7 damage versus regular stuff like Corruptors. Phoenix count continuing. We're at 8. We're at 8 now. The long distance mineral mining working for Bales. He doesn't have enough for another Nexus. I don't know that he wants to save enough to... Oh, he did. He did save enough to get one. Derp. It is right here. It is on the way. Again, where the previous one that died was. So the Mutas are all back to full health, thanks to the tissue regeneration ability. And he's just making queens. He's mining as much as he can. He's really trying to take another base. These drones are scared for their lives. Good scouting here by Bale, sending an observer out, sending his Immortals and Adepts out to scout things. Phoenix not really providing that, just trying to make sure the Mutas don't come out and destroy this newly created Nexus that's not even done yet. That is not even done yet. A replacement Stargate on the way after the previous 2 were killed by Mutas. Is Bales coming back? Bales might be coming back, which I am actually kind of excited about here. Alright, what are we looking at? Blord. 5 Mutas and 4 Corruptors. That's the problem. That is the problem for Blord right now. He just doesn't have anything. He's trying. I guess he's throwing down a ton of Spore Crawlers, trying to make it really hard for Bales to get in here and kill him. Is he going for the stalemate? That's what all these Spore Crawlers tell me. He's going for the stalemate. He's got a ton of queens. He feels like he can't expand. He doesn't have the army to deal with the ground units that are out there for Protoss, and the longer that he waits, the worse that situation is going to get. He's stalemating this. Okay, he is trying to come out here with some queens. Shuffle some queens out here, but it's just queens against +2 Immortals. I know that queens aren't armored, and Immortals don't do extra damage against them. It just feels like a rough place to be. A rough place to be if you're queens, especially since you have no upgrades to speak of. That's going to be a problem. Immortals still dancing around. Those drones get picked off. I bet those drones got picked off. Unfortunately for them, there's a lot of idle drones here at the bottom left island base. 61 drones have been killed, 65 probes, 73 Mutas, 30 Phoenix, 19 Corruptors, 4 Disruptors, and 36 Stalkers have lost their lives in this game. Mass Queen. Drops... Dude, drop some creep. Poop on it. Right? And then we're happy. Drop Lord murdered by the Phoenix. Corruptors trying to save him. Can't do it. Cannot do it. And just queens are moving out from Blord. This is all he can think to do, is move out with the queens. Are there enough Phoenix to lift? No, I don't think there's enough Phoenix to lift these guys. I do not believe that there is. They're thinking about it, though. They're poking around. They're like, can we lift those? No, can't do it. There are, how many Phoenix here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 11. 11 Phoenix. And 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 queens. So, yeah, they could lift all of the queens, but then one of the Phoenix is left trying to murder all of them before that wears out. So, definitely not going to happen. But he might want to try, because these queens are marching up very resolutely, slowly, since they're off creep. Move speed 1.31, and going to try to kill the Protoss player with a mass queen over land, over non-creep land play. Might as well bring the Corruptors with you, man. There's not going to hurt anything to have Corruptors. There are Zealots here. I think the Zealots are going to do well in this situation. +2 on these guys. And here it is. Queen's trying to stand. Transfuses need to go down. Transfuses keeping the Queens alive. One Queen dies. Transfuses continuing to pour in as fast as they possibly can. The Zealots just aren't dying. There's the lift on the Queens. Oh, they are starting to die very quickly now. And yes, Bales holds that attempt very easily. I'm not sure he even lost that many Zealots. He lost 2. The Immortals putting in work. 20 kills on that one. 17 kills on the other. Just ridiculous. Ridiculous hold there by Bales. Nicely done. And here come the Phoenix. Again, just the problem is you can't really get in here. There are about, I feel like, 20 Spore Crawlers per base. It's more like 7 or 8, but I mean, it might as well be 20. Get right down to it. Blord's trying to replace his main. He's throwing a hatch down. Little does he know that Bales has stuff in this bottom left corner, and he might be able to detect the presence of that hatchery when it pops. Let's see if he can see it. Are the Phoenix coming down? The Phoenix are. They poke down. They didn't see, though, and he sees new creep. He sees new creep. If he looks down there, he'll notice there's a base, and he might send his army to destroy it. And I think he could. Spore Crawlers being tossed down. I don't think you need to worry about the Phoenix all that much. It's going to be the Immortals and the Zealots that are going to cause you trouble, Blord. Going to cause you quite a bit of trouble. Taking a 3rd Nexus now. Is Bales feeling brave enough after that massive, massive battle to deal with that? Caustic Spray being used by the Corruptors. No. Does Blord not know about this? I'd be embarrassed if that were the case. This is pretty high-level stuff. Maybe they're just here for air defense. It seems like that might be a good idea. So the remainders of the Protoss stuff in the main base for Blord are gone. Blord has retaken it. Tempest is here, though. What? Tempest long distance, sniping down those Spore Crawlers. Queen's trying to take out the Tempest. Pretty good range on these guys. In case you forgot, it is a range of 8, but the Tempest flies into the dead space. Trying to take down the Corruptors. Transfuses going down on the Corruptors here. Trying to keep them alive, but it's just... Is it going to be enough? I don't know. Zealots, Adepts, Immortals are here. Spore Crawlers falling. Mutas trying to deal with it. None of the stuff can shoot up. Is there enough DPS on the Mutas to get rid of the Zealots before all the drones are gone? I don't think so. Drones are all gone from this main base. Queen's trying to deal with the Mortals. Barrier shields are coming up on these guys as well. I guess it's just called the barrier lifting. Queen's taking them out of the sky. Muta's trying to get rid of the Immortals, trying to go after the Phoenix, but no! Too many Phoenix. The Mutas are gone. And that might be all she wrote for Blord. Immortals taking down the remainder of these units. Tempest sniping stuff from distance. Great choice here by Blord. And good game out of the Zerg player. Immortal finishes the game with 26 kills. Good game from Bales. Fun game, says Blord. And yeah, says Bales. Protoss gets the win in this 37-minute slugfest that somehow ended up with Blord retaking his main base for about 3 minutes before it did get destroyed by the Protoss army. So again, Phoenix, they did what they could. A lot of them died. 31 Phoenix died in that game, but when you end up killing 78 Mutas, you knew you did something right. Something absolutely correct. 23 Corruptors died as well. Again, I think that was mostly at the hand of these Phoenix. They put in work today. So much work. So again, just a marathon game from both of these players. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, it really came down to that final battle. The last ditch Queen attack by Blord right about here just got taken out very easily. Bales handled it like he'd done it a million times before, which I can't imagine he has. Can't imagine too many times he's seen Mass Queen going up against an Immortal Zealot Phoenix army, but he did it. He did it, and it worked out. So nicely done by Protoss. Zerg not quite able to pull it off. And who knew we'd go 37 minutes after that 10-minute base race that we saw? I did not expect that at all. All right, so that's it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself. Patrons! Nicholas Cheek, Sean Govin, Nick Riley, Josh Cornelius, Jin, Jeff Duvall, KN, Matt Meermans, Hagon Marcus, Backberty, Alex Coffey, Ben Reboyne, 19 Day, Keith Garlow, Alexandros Canaris, Complex, Ian Westbrook, Michael McIntosh, Sam Estegoy, Bober Set, Cale Anderson, Trevor Smith, Menhadin, GMP, Sip Kopada, Konma, Michael Wellen, Plaid, Henry Cooper, Clayton Knight, Jan Kodera, Kevin Shing, Rajiv Bhatt, The Cosmic Phoenix, Peter Hawes, Andre Breet, Mither. Thank you, Leak at the top right. Bye.